Sorry, Sark, I say Texas is not back. Welcome to the Voice of College Football. We're running through teams and delivering our record projections here at the Voice of College Football. Please like the video, share the videos out on social media, subscribe right here. We have a great time every day covering college football, delivering content, and we're live somewhere every day on one of our team channels or right here on the main channel as well. And we're looking at Texas, Louisiana Monroe's game number 1 with Quinn Ewers at quarterback, and he should have a good time. Hopefully he has a good night and gets the rust off, gets broken in, gets ready for game 2 against Alabama. I do not expect good things, and Texas has tremendous talent, but they also suffered some injuries, and they don't have experienced talent. They don't have experience winning big games, and Bama, of course, is the author of winning big games in 15 years under Nick Saban. Week 3, Texas San Antonio. Haven't really looked at their personnel, but of course they were one of the top group of 5 teams last season. That game's on September 17th. Probably won't be a walkover. Then into Big 12 play. So regardless of what Texas does going into the last weekend of September, it's all in front of them. They scored 70 on Texas Tech last year. They go to Lubbock and new head coach Joey McGuire this year, and just newly named starting quarterback Tyler Shook, the Oregon transfer. West Virginia on October 1st with JT Daniels at the controls. Should be an interesting affair between the Horns and the Mountaineers. Then, of course, the Red River rivalry, Oklahoma, Texas. We know what happened last year. Texas went up 28-7 at half. Caleb Williams came in, led the big comeback. Casey Thompson, who threw the 5 touchdowns against the Sooners, off to play Oklahoma in a Nebraska uniform. It'll be Quinn Ewers and Dylan Gabriel, hopefully, barring injuries, on October 8th. And despite Oklahoma owning the Big 12 for the last 15-plus years, this series has been extremely close on the scoreboard, but of course, Oklahoma winning most of the games. Iowa State at home should be a win. Cyclones probably lost more senior offensive production than any team in the nation. Still will be tough. Matt Campbell's still on the sidelines, and he likes to coach these kind of teams that are under the radar. Next 2 weeks, Texas, difficult at Oklahoma State, at Kansas State as well. Those are 2 teams that look to be vying for a Big 12 championship. Of course, the Cowboys first and foremost. TCU should be in rebuilding mode under Sonny Dykes taking over for Gary Patterson. Then you got Kansas on the road, and of course, cringe. Kansas has beaten Texas a couple times in the last 7 or 8 years, including hanging 57 on Sark's defense last year. And then finally, Baylor and Texas, and the Horns hope that means something for them. And most likely it's going to mean a lot for Baylor the final weekend of the season. Baylor traveling to Austin to take on the Horns. 4 losses in the Big 12, 1 to Bama. That's an improvement over 5 and 7 for sure, but probably not good enough to keep most Texas fans content. But it's more about Quinn Ewers in the future for Texas football. Leave your thoughts below, and record predictions on Texas football right here at the Voice of College Football. Hook 'em!